land rats. Welcome to another episode of Land Rats. This week we're into some budget cuts, so we don't have enough wood to finish all our woodworking. We're building handrails, we're fixing the steering position seats and just a couple of other stuff, but we still need a little bit of wood, and I don't know where we're gonna get some. I think I've got an idea.
Here we are in the workshop now. This is my mother's old lamp. She gave it to me and I decided to, I wanted something of my mother on the boat as well, so we're going to cut this thing up and modify it. We need a piece of wood on the galley for the handhold. So this is a good idea. I think we'll just try and make it work now.
And it's pretty wood.
Yeah,
looks good.
It's very nice. I remember this when I was still a kid. This was in the house, so now we're going to take it with.
It's probably worth a few bucks being an antique, not after we're done with it.
There's more sentimental value than actual value.
Yeah, we'll probably see if we can use this part.
We're going to try and use the thinnest part, because otherwise it's just too thick to hold on to there. So we can maybe use maybe that section here. Measure it and see what we're going to try and do.
Let's quickly show you in the boat what it looks like and then do some measuring.
We're going to battle the aliens with an alien flamethrower. You can remember earlier we extended the roof a bit higher so I could walk in here. This used to be where the roof was, yeah. And you can see there wasn't much headroom. Now we've lifted it this much. But now the problem is we need this to extend this. So now we need to get this in there somewhere. We need to make a plan. What do you think is going to be the easiest for me?
I don't know. We'll see if we'll only put maybe this top part in there.
This top part.
Or if we're going to put the whole thing.
And then maybe join it here. Maybe cut it off there. Join it so that it actually goes over there.
Yeah, the problem is it's a bit thick down here as well, so it's not that easy to grip.
Yeah,
but if you grip at a normal height, just hold it there at the top again.
Yeah. That sort of.
Yeah, that's okay to grip.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, you'll grab onto that, which we'll show you how we build later.
This is two sides just so we'll be able to hang on.
When we do backflips in a hurricane.
When we pitch pole, we'll do a flip.
So all supports removed. There was just one plug with a screw in there that I took out, and then I just sorted off. Our electricity is a bit bubbleless at the moment, so I had to do it with the handsaw, which is always fun. That's the fun of being in a third world country, I guess. So what we decided to do is we're gonna put that base on top of this. You see, that's the level for the tabletop that still needs to come in here. And we're gonna just do this exactly the same as they did. We're gonna cut a groove in it and then move it over this one. Might need to thin that one out a bit as well. Hopefully the power is back soon again so we can use some of the equipment. You can see it's on the light there. It's not full power. Also, if I put on the fan, see, it's not really working. It's definitely not 220 volt here anymore, so hopefully they sort that out quickly. This is gonna take forever with the hand, so I think I'm gonna take it upstairs again and I'll give you a sneak peek of the inverter we're going to install. Use that to power the power tools and just cut it off quickly. So I'll see you up top there again. There's a sneak peek of our solar inverter that we'll be installing into the boat. Because our power is a bit bubbleless at the moment, I'm going to use this to cut our little wooden friend over here. Let me just set up the camera and let's get into it. No going back now. It's cut off. Looks like it might have just been glue there. I'll take it down to the workshop and smooth it out and whatnot. Okay. We're back at the boat. I've got our little cut off here. Still need some cleaning. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like. I need to trim it a bit. The bottom or the top, and then I'll cut a groove in here. So I'm gonna mark that quickly and do it. Let's hope it goes well.
We've got a cut, I've marked it here, where we've got to cut the slot. There's a mark there and there, and then this is the top. I've used this nice tool that I bought from a Chinese shop to mark it.
There's our groove cut in. You can see it's a bit skew, but we'll take the, what's that called in English? The chisel. We'll take the chisel up and just finish it up there. We also want to go a little bit deeper up until that black line there. So there's not a lot of overhang, but we'll show you up there quickly. Let's go. Here we go. And the lights went off. I think do it from the side, all of it, yeah. And then nudge it in there. Get the rubber hammers.
The gap needs to be bigger. The gap needs to be bigger.
Spend a couple of minutes just fixing that groove a bit. So let's see if it fits now. Looks a bit better.
See, even that lip there, it looks good. Huh?
Yeah.
That looks good. I don't care about that. I just need to take a little bit off here.
At the top so it fits in a bit better.
I don't want to force it now.
Looks quite nice. Let me get a full shot there.
So I do a strip dancing on the pole dance. I think it will be on YouTube for the wrong reason.
I think that's the position it's going to be. Looks good.
And we will just make a bracket here so we can hold it sturdy at the top.
Weld it in or screw it in or something.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this angle on here like that. Make a little bit of a lip, fold it down, drill a hole through there and then attach it with a screw to hold it nice and tight there. So it should be alright there.
And then we're going to epoxy in the bottom.
Yeah. On the bottom here we're going to epoxy it in there so it holds nice and tight. You can just round it off here so it doesn't cut you here.
And now this is done as well. You can see there's the little piece that we cut down and put a screw through so it's nice and sturdy. And it's epoxied in there as well. It's got that gap there, but it's smoothed down. I think it looks good. Thanks, Grandma. Next up, the handrails. We're going to show you how to make some handrails from a plank of wood, if you've got the right tools, obviously. This is the boat's old handrails. They've seen some better days. This one's broken, and also we couldn't use them again because the roof changed, the layout of the roof, and a couple of things changed. So we had these teak planks laying around that we decided to make the handrails out of. It's quite basic. We just measured how far we want the screws apart. We did it a bit closer than the previous one, because we wanted it to be stronger, and also we don't want to interfere with the ribs on the inside of the roof. So we drew out the inside that our hand will go through, and then at first we used the jigsaw to cut it, but the jigsaw didn't work too well. It kind of burned the wood, and also it was very skew, didn't look too great. So these ones down here, we used the whole saw to cut out the circle. We luckily had one laying around, and then the circular saw to just cut out the middle pieces. And after that, we just used the router to smooth out the edges, make them less sharp like this side. But yeah, let's quickly show you how we did all of that. Here it is after the loops. This was the one we did with the jigsaw. It's a bit skew, but the rest of them, after some sanding down and clearing it up, I'm sure it will look like the other one that we made earlier.
Damduiker voeten special uniform.
You can see how smooth that router makes it with the right point. We still have to do the outside, but we'll do that in a second.
Right. If you burn a wood like that, it's too hard, you're not doing it right. But I'm not a woodworker, so
that's what it looks like. There's a couple of places that we still have to sand it down with the hand, but that was a bit skew on the edges. This part will go on the short end, and then the long part will go on the long end, but we'll show you when we install them. And this is about where they'll go when we've finished them off. You see there, and the other one's over there. Let's get closer. This is where this one goes. Lekker grip. We've got the Teak handrails here. One's for inside the cabin and one's for outside. I'm quickly treating with some varnish. You can see it's quite a difference. This is the first coat, so it says minimum 3 coats, but I'll probably go to 4 or 5 coats just to make sure that they look nice. And then we've also got this tiny one over here. It's also painted. I'm doing it inside because it's a bit windy outside, so I don't want to get dust and whatnot on it. This is what we're using, and it says here 6 to 12 hours drying time, so better go find something else to do so long. Handrails, 3 coats of varnish. I wanted to put more initially, but it's getting quite dark, so I think we're going to just keep it like this. These 2 are for outside, and this one's going to go inside. The handrails are in place. We drilled the holes through. I think we're just gonna, that one doesn't go in well, so we're just gonna clean that one up first. But we're gonna quickly glue it in place between all the bugs and things. Welcome back, summer. And as soon as it's dried a little, we'll take the masking tape off. It's still busy with an increasing number of bugs. That happened from the drill. Just know that it happened, but it's not too bad. Earlier. No, we're not talking about it.
How do you drill holding your toe?
It's a long story. I'm inside now with the last piece of wood, and that's gonna come in up here. So just like that. Quickly gonna make some holes and put it in place. That's for if the boat rocks, so you have something to grab onto. There it's dry fitted. I'm just gonna have to make some of these holes bigger and then also trim those and then find some screws to put it in properly. Gonna worry about sealing this because this is just like a rib, so no need for sealant or anything, just gonna put it in there. There's the inside handrail installed, made from those teak planks that you saw there. It's quite nice. All we had to do was measure the distance between these so we can see what the gap needs to be, and then we just marked it and cut it. Very easy, and with the rounder you see it's nice and round, easy to grip, no problem, nicely varnished. And that's it. A couple of weeks ago we installed that wood seat over there, and now we're gonna do this one on this side. We also did some work to it which we didn't always record. You can see this plank is broken. That's why we actually didn't put it in right away. We fixed this by putting another piece at the back there and gluing it in and just supporting it a little bit. And then we also put some edges here that just makes it look a little bit better. See this one over here as well. So I'm quickly gonna show you how we did that. Let's go. So that's our seat there at the moment. Now you saw how we fixed up this, I don't know what you call it. Don't burn your ass.
Don't burn your ass. Don't get your ass wet.
Get your ass wet. So now we're gonna quickly mount it there. I'll pop up a time lapse. I just touched up all the points on the paint where there could possibly be some metal exposed. Missed one there, but just in case, because as soon as this is fitted we won't be able to get underneath here anymore, so rather get them now than worry about them later.
I bought new bolts and I put them in. I'm just going to cut them off quickly, and then once we cut them off to the right length we'll fit it with a proper sealant. So now this is just dry fit. Oh, we finished it now. I've put the silicone there on top of the bolts. Not silicone, that's polyurethane. So we're waiting for that to dry. Now the next project.
That's it, another episode. Check back next week Sunday for whatever we do then. It might be this, might be something else.